Alright then gang, in the last lesson we hooked up a couple of things, this button and these page titles, or chapter titles should I say, so that when we click on them it sends a GET request to Laravel, the backend, and it fetches the page content for us. And then it dumps that page content right down here at the bottom. So when I clicked on that create button, it grabbed the entire create page, the header and footer included, and it dumped it down here. Now, that's good, it's working, but we don't want to grab the entire thing. We just want a fragment which includes this section of content if it was an HTMX request. And we want to just show that. And the same would be true for these titles. If we click on those, we get the entire page content. We get all this stuff right here and the header and the footer. So we want a fragment for this content and a fragment just for the form when we send those HTMX requests, right? So we're going to do that, but also what we're going to do is start making a modal so that the content appears in a modal rather than just down here at the bottom of the page. So the first thing I'd like to do then is just return the fragments if we're making an HTMX request for the content. So, you know, like previously, we looked at the request right here inside the index controller and we said, did we have this header, HX request? Because if we did, we know it was an HTMX request. And then we use this fragment if method right here to send back just the fragment if that was true, if it did have that header. Well, we're going to do a similar thing down here now for the show and create actions so that we just show fragments of the content rather than the entire page. So let us now, inside the show function, take in the request argument like so. And then down here, I will just copy this thing where we check if it's an HTMX request like so. And then I will tack on the fragment if method right here. So fragment if, and then inside parentheses, we want to check that value is HTMX. So we'll paste it in here. If that's true, we're going to send back a fragment. So the fragment in this case is going to be the chapter details. So let's call it that, chapter details. All right, and the same is going to be true for the create function down here. Let's first of all grab the request argument and paste it in. Then we'll grab this thing where we do the little check and paste that in as well. And then we need to tack on the fragment if method. And we're going to pass in the is_HTMX variable to be the condition. If that's true, we're going to send back a fragment and we'll call this create chapter form. Okay, so now we need to actually make those fragments in those pages. So let's do that. Let's go to the views and then we want to go into outline, then chapters, and we'll do the show.blade.php one first. So we basically want all of this stuff, all this div right here. Okay, so let's put a fragment directive around that like so. And what did I call this? Let's have a look. Chapter details. So we'll call this chapter -details like so, and then we'll end the fragment down here. And I'll save that file. We'll open up the create page and we'll do the same thing here. We're going to wrap this div. So we'll say at fragment, and what did I call this? Create chapter form. Create chapter form. And then we'll end the fragment down here. Like so. All right, so let's try this out first. All right then, so now if we click on this button and scroll down, we can see we just get that fragment back. We don't get the header or the footer, good. And if we try clicking on one of these chapters, scroll down, we can see we just get this fragment. Awesome, so that's all working. Now we just need to put this content in a modal so it looks a bit nicer. All right then, so if we open up the outline page, then we're going to see that the current content, when it gets rendered, goes inside this div with an ID of swap, right? And that's because if we go to the index page for the chapters, when we click on this button here, we set the target to be this element with the ID of swap. And this one down here as well. They're both going inside that div. Instead, we want the content to go into some kind of modal. So what I'm going to do then is get rid of this, and I'm going to give this a class equal to modal container. So this is going to be for a backdrop that kind of makes the whole page semi-transparent black. And then inside that we'll have the modal itself. So we'll say div, we'll give this a class of modal-content, which we'll style in a second. And then also I'm going to give this an ID of modal, and that's what we'll use to target the content. So right here, instead of swap, we'll use modal, and it's the inner HTML. So everything is going to go inside this div right here. Same down here. Let's change this to modal. Save that file. And now we just need to style this a little bit, right? Because we only want this to show when we have content inside this div, and we can do that in CSS. So let's open up app.css. I'm going to paste in some styles and just quickly walk through these. So the modal container, which is this thing right here, this div that wraps the modal itself, by default that's hidden, so nothing's going to show, right? But then we use this class here, this pseudo class, has. So we say modal container that has a form somewhere inside it, or the chapter details. Well, in that case, we display block, right? So think about the content that we're rendering inside this modal. When we click on the Create New button, we're putting a form inside there, right? When we click on the chapter title, we're putting the chapter details inside there. So that's what we're looking for here. Does the modal container have either a form inside it or something with a class of chapter details? Well, when it does, we want to show the modal. We display it as block. When it doesn't have that content in, well, it's going to be hidden, right? So that's how we're showing and hiding it. Neat little trick. Anyway, we give this a class of fixed as well. These are all Tailwind classes, by the way. We say top 0, left 0, the width is full, the height is full. The background is this semi-transparent black, so it just fades out the content in the background, basically. That's the container. The modal itself that has a form or chapter details inside it. This is how we style it. We give it some margin at the Y direction, up and down, margin in the X direction, auto, some padding, the background of white, we make it rounded at the corners, and we give it a max width of this strength, 200. All right, so now hopefully, when we get content inside this div, when we click on that button or when we click on the title, it's going to show the modal. Let's give this a whirl. All right, so I'm going to click on this now, and hopefully instead of seeing the content at the bottom of the page, we'll see a modal pop up with the content inside it. So click on this, and yeah, that looks pretty good. So now we can enter in this stuff. It's still going to work, I think, if we try to add a new title. Let's click on it, create chapter. And yeah, it still creates it, redirects us to that new page. And if we go back to the outline dashboard, we're going to see that new chapter right there. So that still works. Also, if we click on one of these, then it should pop up the same modal. And yeah, we see the details of that modal. Awesome. And these buttons will probably still work as well. Now, currently, we can't close the modal, right? Normally, when you click over here somewhere, it closes the modal. We can't do that yet, but we will do it in the next lesson.